I'm currently junior counsel running for vice president. Basically what we're trying to do is continue dedicated work and leadership to the whole entire student body. And with that in mind, we want to enhance certain things that we have previously done. And we want to continue those works by staying in office.
Hello everyone, my name is Marcellus. I'm currently the executive treasurer running for re-elections. My plans is to make allocations more fairly and more efficient, and I have a lot of new ideas for this upcoming year.
Hello everybody, I'm SGA Richards. I'm running for secretary, and I plan to join your team and better their ideas and help out.
Okay. I'm going to start off with a question to everyone. I would like each person to answer. You have a minute to answer. How do you plan on getting LIU students more involved in community outreach?
Well, I'll start with that one. We actually have an initial plan. This year, we spoke with the New York Times, and we feel as though our students need to be informed not only on campus, but what's going on in the world. So we spoke with the New York Times, and we received a price quote to whereas we can get the newspaper on campus for free for students digitally and paper. So hopefully in real life that we're getting next year, we will have the New York Times here on campus for all students to read. There are a lot of professors that use the New York Times. I witnessed that last semester. My political science teacher, we had to do projects and papers off the New York Times. So with the New York Times being on campus, students will have a world perspective of what's happening in their community and on campus.
We would also like to try to bring a small business expo to LIU. This would encourage the community to be more involved with LIU. And also LIU students who want to learn to start their own business. This would happen next semester. Hopefully, I already drafted a proposal and sent it into public relations.
We also would like to start a street team, basically get a committee of students to get students more involved, to spread the word. A lot of students don't look at flyers. A lot of students don't connect to the website and look at what's promoted on our email, in their emails. So basically, we want a street team to go out and get word of mouth about what's going on and the programs that we have on campus, and see how we want to get involved.
Basically, everything that it says, and just to try to hold a lot of meetings. Don't read papers.
Speak a little louder.
Can we just speak a little louder?
Just to continue on what they were saying, and also hold meetings for people who don't read papers or who's not around for other ideas.
Okay. Next question is for the president candidate. If financial circumstances require budget cuts, what would you first eliminate from SGA budget?
We'll limit our events. Service is the most important thing. The whole purpose of student government is to provide service to the students, and if we can't do an event because of a budget cut, we'll cut that event. And we'll do something that's free. There's seminars we can do, there's financial aid, there's registrar, everything on campus that we could possibly offer. So to answer that question, we will cut events.
Okay. Next question is for Vice President Cannon. What do you foresee as the most important issues facing LIU students, and how do you plan on addressing these issues?
I believe we don't have enough one-credit courses, so therefore, as an SGA, we are planning to link up with health science and create a one-credit bone marrow drive, a one-credit knitting class, because we have always had pottery and stuff like that. We never had anything else that's diverse, and this will help students get more involved in the school.
Okay. Next question is for the treasurer. How do you plan on allocating club funds, and what would you look for to make your decision?
Well, we have a rationale that we used this year, and the rationale is pretty effective. What I want to do this year is create a financial committee as soon as possible, and we'll look over the rationale, the current rationale, and see how we can improve it to make allocations way more better, way more efficient. Last year we gave over 65% of our budget to student organizations. Maybe next year we can give out more and help out just a little bit.
Okay. This question is open to everyone. Last debate, all candidates touched on improving the experience of unmotivated average college students. How would you reach out and develop programs to get students involved?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
Okay. Last debate, all candidates touched on improving the experience of unmotivated how would you reach out and develop programs to get students involved?
Yes. How we reach out to students for a program?
To get unmotivated students involved.
Oh, unmotivated students involved. Well, the first thing to do is survey, because we need to find out why they're unmotivated. Maybe we're doing something that they don't like. So we need to find out what do they like. So hopefully next year, if we're elected, we'll have the opportunity to have online surveys. There is a free service where we can set that up, and we can have students survey and see what do they want to see on their campus. So I think that'll be the #1 way to reach out to students is surveying to get a percentage of what people are looking for.
Vice President.
What I was speaking of, as a team, we can get to the organizations and have them collaborate, but not only collaborate, make it competitive where they can get something in reward. This would involve the club, the organizations, who then would tell their members to get more involved, and the entire school eventually would get more.
We would like to create more diverse programs. Maybe they're not interested because it's something that doesn't appeal to them. So we want to create more different programs that will appeal to different students. They like different things on campus.
At this time, I would like to open it to the audience for questions.
I have a question. This is to myself. What kind of programs, what kind of different diverse programs are you looking into?
We know that there's a lot of cultural organizations on campus, and sometimes they don't have enough funds to throw the major programs that they want to get every student involved. So maybe we can help them, we can help assist with that, or we can reach different cultures. We can throw programs for business students, public health students, students that major in many different degrees or programs on campus.
Question for President. You mentioned that you are going to work to get the New York Times available to LIU for free. Is that going to be a limited period of time, or is this going to be something that is continuous?
This will be, we want to plant the seeds, but this will be throughout the duration of the year, like how we created student parking. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to take money out of our budget and pay for the newspapers to be on campus for enough to go around the entire campus. The person we spoke to gave us a reasonable rate. I believe it was 60 cents a copy, and we did some math and multiply at least by 300 bi-weekly. We have to start off small, and then as time go on, we're going to increase it. But that's our main goal, is to have it throughout the entire year.
And why is it that you selected the New York Times?
Well, we actually walked around to a lot of professors. A lot of professors already spoke to the New York Times prior to us, and the honors program even uses the New York Times. So it seemed like it's the most popular paper, and I guess the most structural paper for New York. So that's why we had to pursue that. And I witnessed it 3 times, my professors actually using the New York Times, where we have to go purchase it. And the Sunday paper is $6, and that's expensive. That's very expensive to keep constantly buying that when students have to use it for their projects. For my physics class, I have to buy a newspaper every Tuesday, and that's coming out of our pocket. That we don't. That's a paper that we should not be purchased. It should be on campus.
The division
Can
between
you speak up?
one school and like pharmacy is kind of still there. What do you guys have planned to try to make us one big school rather than us and pharmacy?
Yes, that's definitely a big issue. We need to. I think SGA needs to open communication more. What's going on over there? We need to have meetings over there. We need to see what's going on there. They have their own student government. They have their own lounges, and we want to go over there. We want to be a part. We want to see what events they have that we never even heard of. Sometimes we do reach out, sometimes we don't. But our plan next year is to consistently meet with all of their presidents to see what is happening over there and what can SGA do to assist them. So that's where we want to start. It's communication.
I have one question. What are you going to do to, or what do you think you're going to be able to do to boost the student morale and participation as far as events towards the school is concerned? Because LIU-TV, we are sponsoring one event in about 3 weeks, It's called Showtime. It's a talent show. There are cash prizes, trophy prizes. We have posted flyers all over the school, and nobody wants to participate in anything. We try to keep it strictly for the students, but now if the dates is getting to a close, we might have to open it up to a public, which we don't want to do. We want to keep it the school and campus bound, but nobody's participating because the morale, the school spirit is so low, it's unbelievable.
Well, we had Showtime at LIU for the last 3 years, and honestly, with every event, the hardest thing is getting people to come out, and the hardest thing is its promotion. Like Marcel said, the best thing that we can do is hands-on. People don't look at flyers anymore. People, they Twitter, Instagram, but they don't have time to be looking at school flyers. The best thing to do is hands-on. So what we recommend for LIU-TV for these next 3 weeks is to simply get your members together and go out there and personally hand these flyers to students. Personally tell them, set up a table outside as people are walking by. Just encourage them, hey, it's a party going on. It's an event going on. I remember last week we had the skating party, and we set up a table right in front of Res Light. We set up a table in Muncie, and we made progress. Students walked by, we were playing music, we were joyful, and students bought tickets. So what we recommend is hands-on. That's the best way to get people out. And I can guarantee to you, if you do hands-on, set up a table, go to SLDs, get the table reservation, put it in a popular place, Muncie or Res Light or the 3rd floor of H building, I can guarantee that you will get a crowd.
To add to that, get other student organizations involved. It's what's the thing called? Showtime.
Showtime.
Showtime. It's a lot of students that are in other clubs that are doing other things that might not have the time to see the fly. But if you get other organizations involved, that'll spread the word, and more students from no matter what organization they're part of will want to participate. Will have talent and will want to contribute to the show.
I have a question. On LIU, I see a lack of programs available for evening and graduate students. How do you plan on getting evening and graduate students more involved?
Well,
We're planning to open another organization called the Community Organization, and they basically would cover the aspects of who comes to the evening and who drives to school and who commutes to the school. This would also be for like people who have children, who are older and have to tend to their children and come to the evening time. So this organization would be more involved towards the evening.
and there are already students who are interested in joining the communities organization. Yes.
Now, with the commuters organization, is it going to be a branch off of student government, or it's its own club? Like,
It'll be a club, but it's gonna be run more like more like a community organization, because it's like we also won like for a pharmacy committee.
okay.
So Raphael, he's running for graduate council, and he's part of our team now. He's joined our team because he said he wants to represent pharmacy and SGA and students at large. So that will help us out. But with this community organization, there are a lot of students that we do not see on a day-to-day basis that randomly pop up. Like, wait, you go here? We never knew you went to LIU. So with this community organization, it's a start to branch out to those who are in and out. See what can we do to cater them to keep them on campus besides just going to class and leaving.
More questions from the audience?
Yes.
We have a nice percentage of international students coming, nice percentage of international students coming into LIU. And of course, they have their own club and so on that help them explore the city. But how will you get them involved in the school? Have you ever thought about getting the international students involved near the campus? Some of them are freshmen and sophomores who live in the dorm system. And sometimes they don't know what to do or how to go about doing certain events. For example, when they come from a holiday break, like tennis game, you can't fly back home. That's very expensive. It's $2 grand a ticket for a couple of days. So is there a way you could sort of organize a host family of students to sort of invite them to learn about their culture or something to take them in during the holidays or something of that sort if they live in the city and to spend that 3 or 4 days with them?
That was a lot to take in.
Programming for international students.
program for
allows
international
them to
students.
support the international students that are here, that are unable to get a home because of the break, and what type of events and activities will you have to support that network of cohorts?
Well, once again, we know that the res life issue has been always a big concern. A lot of students that live, I know a lot of soccer players, they live in England, they live in Australia, and unfortunately, the res life closes during spring break. During winter break, we do have 490 now that stays open, so we thank res life for doing that during winter break, for keeping students here. But as far as events, once again, we have to see what they want. And honestly, the best thing we could possibly do is just keep doing diverse events. We have to make them come up. We have to find a way that we was like, okay, they want to attend this event. Give them a reason why they would like to attend this event. You know, not just because, just to give them something to do while they're here. We have to see what do they want so they can come out to these events. And I think that's always been an problem issue with SGA, that we don't find out exactly what the students want to do as far as events.
How are you, as SGA, just following up with your question, going to go about finding out what the students want? I know the International Students Club currently has a Facebook following of 500 students. So if they were engaged, you probably would, could see a lot of events covering that population and others. But how would you go about working with the various clubs to make sure that they're included and that they're in the know in terms of what the SGA is involved in?
Well, first we'll meet with the leader at SLOD, who is Mr. Chen. He's in charge of international students. He oversees international students, and they see him on a daily basis. Every time we met office, they're going to see Mr. Chen. So first we'll start with Mr. Chen and see what is it that international students are looking for around campus. And then after that, we'll go to the students. Once again, the surveys. Surveys is always key. And then following that, we execute an event. We put on something.
We also are currently trying to upgrade the
The S bill.
that's building in the lounge. The SGA website, we're coming up with a new plan to reach out to students. And we're also planning to have a carnival for next semester where it would involve every organization, every diverse group to come up with their own ideas and represent their country, their place of home. And then give them a taste of home. This would be like with food, with music, and everybody will be involved.
Could like the sororities be involved in that also?
Yes.
Because like, when you hear about other schools, you hear about sororities being active and stuff like that, and here they're really inactive. I was wondering if like the events could be directed to also sororities, like they could come and do their step in, like deltas and the AKAs and stuff like that. That's
Well,
another thing.
This is what a carnival means. A carnival means where you show where you're from.
Mhm.
So if that's your life and that's what you do, then this is where you represent yourself. And this is where you also advertise yourself to others who don't know about you, who may want to be involved with you.
Go ahead. That's it?
We have another candidate.
I believe it's a chair. I think it's one chair.
Any other questions?
Thank you. I apologize if the time is closed. Nice to meet you all. And thank you very much.
Okay. Would you like to introduce yourself and why you're running for SGA?
My name is Simon Jesse, and I'm running for SGA because I feel there's a lack of campus unity. And also I want to make sure that even though we have to pay a lot of tuition, we actually get more for our money with more resources, increased scholarships, and also more from the, also increasing the budget.
In the position you're running for?
I'm running for executive treasurer.
And are you running alone or are you on the ticket?
I'm running with Khalid Rahman for president.
out and develop programs to get more students involved?
I think by word of mouth, I think that's the best way to get more information. Because I feel like even though we put up a lot of flyers all over the school, we could like spread around with friends. Telling them how, like for example, I wanted to start a program or actually a center similar to the writing center, called the media center, where if you need help with electronics or anything, the computer or anything like that, you can go to that center to get help, with anything. Because I feel that's important. I mean, technology is increasing, especially with, they're giving out iPads. I think that's important that we have that resource and program to help people, deal with their electronics.
Also, another question is, what do you foresee as the most important issues facing LIU students, and how do you plan on addressing these issues?
I think.
Can you speak up? Can you speak up?
Oh, sorry. I think it's mainly tuition, even though it's not possible to decrease it. I think it's possible to, get more, increase some scholarships. I also want, when I become treasurer, I want to do a fair, scholarship / internship / fellowship fair, where you can actually meet the organizations and people who actually give money out. So you have a better chance of obtaining that money to help you pay for school.
Do you have any?
I have a question. I've heard for a long time that everyone wants to increase school unity. Every debate, every election, there's always someone with a great idea, a possible great few ideas to unite the campus, and the year turns out exactly like the year prior. What exactly do you all, sorry, this is addressed to everyone, do you all actually plan on doing? Because just stating it sounds good, but if it's not actually happening, then the unity will stay the way it is. And how do you plan on finding out what's the issue between certain organizations or certain groups on campus that they cannot be unified?
Okay. Brainstorming with my other teammates, we were thinking of different ways to, different kinds of events to have that would actually bring all the students, make everyone interested, because I felt that the current events that are made, there's only a certain demographic of people who are interested in it, and especially because of the time frame. It's always late at night. I gotta be home. I gotta study for my exam the next day. I think making an event where everyone would be interested in, I'll share one of my ideas because I don't want to give too many away. I was thinking about maybe this tournament between the students and the faculty. Also a way to get the faculty involved, with class education, having also dance groups, also go against each other and really use the resources in this school to help with this event. Like I know there's this stepping group and there's a lot of great dancers on this campus that would be really interested, and also bring different cultural dances into this, so everyone would be interested in doing that. And I think that's a great way to bring unity, because there's something for everyone, and no one's left out.
Well, to address that situation, once again, hands-on experience, hands-on directly speaking to the students. Town hall meetings are not enough. Flyers are not enough. Surveys is not enough. Hands-on experience, directly speaking to students. SGA going to the classrooms, SGA going to these hallways, these lounges, these meetings, going there and see what students want at hand. So we can have millions of events on campus, and if people don't want to show up, they don't want to show up. It's to them. It's their initiative. However, us as student government, we want to be the role models. We want to be the leaders, and we want to go directly to the students and speak to them. And I just think that's always been an ongoing issue, is going out there and being assertive and being available to the students.
To add on to what Jermaine said, we also want to throw a mandatory event once a semester for every student organization. They have to participate. Getting everybody in one room and having everybody brainstorm, we collect a lot of great ideas.
know what events I want to make. I have it all thought out. I have a plan. I know who to talk to. I know how to get it done. And I think that's why I would be best as a student treasurer. Because currently, I feel like there is a community. There are problems that I spoke with the other executives from the clubs, and I really want to change it. That's why I'd be good as student treasurer.
As a team for the incoming next year, hopefully, we'll have the chance again to lead the students, to be with the students, and to be among the students. We're students here as well, and we want to see a change. We want to continue to provide our services, and it's hard being an SGA. It's very hard. You have to be a student, you have to study, and then you have to lead 11,000 students. So we were dedicated, and we want to continue to be a continuing service to the student body. It's just being dedicated to everyone. So this week is election week, and make your vote count.
I want to thank the student body for giving me the opportunity to be the executive treasurer this school year. There's a lot of things that I've learned, and I believe there's a lot of things that I've learned that I feel that I can do better next year. And I feel as though being in this position for 1 year is not enough to actually change things and make things as productive as you want it to be. So I believe, granted, if I'm elected next year, I can improve on all of these things and be a great effect.
Yeah, Secretary, I plan to just be very organized, make sure each club will get it out, everything that's going on.
Rafael Molina, and it's been a pleasure working with SGA as junior council. I plan to improve that, and our achievements will speak for themselves. We have done things that people said it was impossible, and we continue to try to do things that are impossible.
Like